This broadcast is brought to you by the Periphery Telecom Entertainment Group, floating somewhere nearby your neck of the woods.
Alright, now welcome back to the show. I'm Joey G, and you're watching Aeeeh, I'm drinking here. So this next drink we got lined up is from the old world and the old country of Italy. Aeeeh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we got this, it's called the Oldie Italiano. That's a nicer name, that just rings so nicely. Listen to that, Oldie Italiano. Alright, so anyways, so apparently this was made in the early 1900s by a bunch of sailors. You know them sailors, they like to go out there and go from port to port to port and drink up everything. Well, they had to come up with something a little bit more interesting. And I think this is going to be one of those rare little finds, because this was lost in time. It was recently found and we got it back, but it was lost due to all those wars that they had back in the days. You know, what was it? The First World War, the Second World War, or some other folks called it the Great War, but hey, you know, I mean, we've had some better wars than that, but I'm just saying. Anyways, so back over here in Genoa, we're gonna be looking at this, we're gonna be trying out this drink. Let's see what we can make, alright? So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna first get a long stem glass, like this one here. And then we're gonna wanna get some ice cubes, as the instructions say. So there you go. Then you want to get some authentic wine, but over here in Genoa, we're gonna have to use what we got. Well, I'm not saying it's anything bad. It is coming from, Italy and such. I mean, from the old country. The roots are, no pun intended, you know. So we transported over here, and we've been growing authentic Italian wine over here in Genoa for quite some time. You know, I'm just saying. Anyways, it says next thing we need is a hammer, not a mallet, and that we ought to know the difference. And that's true. Tony, you ought to know the difference between a hammer and a mallet. I don't want to repeat myself. Apparently these guys had to. They had to write it down, alright? Some mooks over there, they don't know what the difference between a hammer and a mallet. But I digress. Next thing we need a bottle of Coca-Cola. I don't know why, but it says we need a bottle of Coca-Cola. Okay. Now, as the instructions say, we need to go ahead and take a measuring cup and fill that up to about a whole cup. And then we put it into the glass. Okay? And it says top it off with a bottle of Coca-Cola. Uh-huh. I don't know what the ice cubes are supposed to come into or why there's a hammer, but okay. So, whatever. We're going to be moving on with this, and we're going to give it a little taste. You know what? That's not actually half bad. It's actually not half bad. Yeah. I mean, I expected it to taste like dog shit. You know, to be honest. I expected it to be like, horrendous. But that's actually not half bad. Alright. Well, there you go. The Oldie Italiano.